I'll show you how it's done. Shazam!
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our channel here at Underdeveloped, and today we're gonna hit you off with something a little special. We are doing a movie review. We're doing a movie review, but a classic edition.
Yeah, we usually don't review movies these old. We usually react to them, but this is a special occasion.
Yeah, we went to the Paris. It's a theater in the city. It's like one single theater. It's right by the Plaza Hotel. We went there before to see a screening of
Vertigo, yeah.
Vertigo, and Ari Aster pulled up, said some words. This time, no Ari Aster.
No, Ari Aster could not be bothered. He's trying to count his Eddington money.
Sure. This movie we saw was The Red Shoes. My friend Paul, who I've worked with on shows and stuff, he's one of the biggest cinephiles I know. He said this is one of the best movies of all time. So I'll say, you know what? Let's just do it right. Let's go to a screening, like a real cinephile, and watch it in theaters. So just reacting to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pretty good experience.
Yeah, like, I overall enjoyed my time with it. It is a classic for a reason. I even got to recognize some scores and the occasional quote that I'm like, oh, okay, I've heard this reference before, I didn't realize it. That's cool. Like, honestly, I was very impressed with Moira Shearer also, especially since I did Google if she did her own dancing for this movie, and she absolutely did.
That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Dancing was excellent.
Yeah, I mean, we're not well-versed in ballet style specifically. We can't really speak on the technicals, but
my eyes, beautiful.
Yeah, I was impressed. I was impressed for her ability to go on. Mm-hmm. So, like this whole cast, they all kind of killed it. Some of them have accents that are a little bit hard to understand sometimes, but they're mostly legible. It's really not that hard to pick up and understand what all these characters are coming from and what they're trying to convey. Directed by British filmmakers Emeric Pressburger and Michael Powell, 1948's The Red Shoes is the story about the lives of upcoming ballerina dancer Victoria Page, unknown music composer Julian Craster, and the owner of a musical troupe named Boris Lermontov. But after having his music stolen by his professor at one of Lermontov's shows, Julian gets a job coaching the orchestra and eventually making rewrites and making his own score for a brand new play, The Red Shoes, based on the fairy tale the same name by Hans Christian Andersen. Meanwhile, Lermontov also finds himself becoming increasingly obsessed with the dancing of a bright new star, being Victoria Page. So, of course, he puts her on the same show, The Red Shoes, which leads to Victoria and Julian falling in love with each other. Mm-hmm. But Lermontov can't stand their love, his controlling, obsessive mind claiming that their love is ruining his art, and he fires Julian on the spot. Now, Victoria finds herself trapped between these two men, between Julian's love and the shared obsession with dancing that she has of Lermontov. And that's effectively the plot of the movie.
Yep, real selfish choice, but she's not. But she's kind of. It's not her fault. It's two people just pulling her in different directions.
Yeah, they really do. It's a story about a woman trapped between two men, essentially, even though one of the men is very clearly not, like, physically attracted. He's more just, like, obsessed.
Yeah. Yep, it's close session. I mean, some romantic thing in this, somewhat, but it's mainly fueled by obsession. Yeah. With making her this huge star.
I feel like all the real romance is between Victoria and Julian. I don't think Boris has any real romance in him. He definitely doesn't.
I think it is definitely some physical attraction for sure, because he was genuinely jealous when he had her affections. Mm-hmm. Like he feel that her affections, everything that she is, should be absorbed into him and her career. You know, like he has this idea. What? Anyways, so what I think about this movie, I mean, I think this is probably one of the most gorgeous movies I've ever seen in my life. From a straight mise-en-scène perspective, production design, a wardrobe, hairstylist, and cinematography, just gorgeousness all across the board. First off, most of the film takes place in, like, the Mediterranean. Mm-hmm. Like Monte Carlo and shit like that, which are already, like, some of the most gorgeous places in the world.
Yeah, that's why I want to visit around to see. Yeah,
like Italy, Monte Carlo, like along the coast is like this gorgeousness, beautiful weather, beautiful oceans, beautiful architecture. Just see, you're already in a beautiful place. Yeah, like Lermontov's place is really good. It's really beautiful when he's like sitting alone on his like chair. You know, his chairs where it's kind of like flat, but it's like
like what. Like, whenever you see, like, depictions of psychologists, they often have the patient laying down in a chair like that.
Yeah, like, he looked, like, really, like, elegant with the red robe and the color of the everything. Like, and it's, like, the sets of, like, the actual dancing. Those sets are, like, elaborate and
Very, yeah.
And, like, even the use of, like, the practical effects to exaggerate things that are happening in the actual dance is just... Obviously, you saw some of the film clip, so the editing is not too smooth. But overall, like,
yeah, I mean, given how editing was back then,
yeah, you know what I mean?
It's very forgivable.
They tried their best, so that's why I'm not giving them flack for that. But it looked really good. Those transitions, not necessarily transitions, but like those like the actual effects, everything you've seen in the image. It's just gorgeousness. It's just like so wonderful to look at. Like such a long sequence for the red shoes when she's actually dancing the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's so elegant. It's like watching art in motion. Like a painting just move. Like
because
ultimate expression.
Yeah, because it's like most dancing, ballerina is a form of expression and art. So
exactly.
And this movie conveys that very well.
This movie pays real respect to the depths of artistry that this art form takes.
Yeah. Ironically, we saw a movie this year called Ballerina. It didn't have any of that.
No, that's a whole different kind of ballerina.
Yes, it is.
Kind of ballerina who murders people.
The ballerinas of this movie are not from the John Wick universe. They're actually sane, mostly. But yeah, overall, I think this movie is very good in a lot of ways. It's very easy to lump praise on this movie, but I do feel like the movie is structurally just kind of weird at certain points. Because we have some story beats that kind of come and go. Like, for example, the whole thing where Julian's professor steals his work. And that just leads to him joining up with Lermontov's troupe. Where I'm like, the professor isn't even a character. Why? Wait, why can't we just have Julian just be a part of Lermontov's troupe?
I guess that's what motivates him to go to Lermontov in the first place.
I guess, but again, you could have just started story there. I guess the only real gain I really see from that is you're establishing Lermontov is kind of shady from the get-go because his terms for offering the job are you have to keep your mouth shut about now running this piece of music. You absolutely did right.
Yeah, so that's not meant to be its own storyline. That's meant to be like a catalyst. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's there. That's why I'm like, I don't mind it too much. Like it's a catalyst that kind of like it's like a moment in the beginning that kind of sets almost like his inciting incident that kind of sets him off to make decisions that affect other parts of the movie as it goes on. Mm-hmm. I guess you don't necessarily need it, but it does have an impact. It's just that in itself isn't the story there.
Yeah.
But anyways. Yeah, and also it sets up for why he gets stubborn at the end because he's been screwed over more than once. Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are really good characters too. Like it's beyond just visuals. Like the story works. And in the red shoes, it foreshadows, of course, in a very obvious way. What's gonna happen in the movie.
Yeah,
it's art mirroring life.
Yeah. It's art mirroring life, mirroring an old ass fairy tale.
Yeah, basically. Very dramatic, but I guess it's supposed to be. That's that's the vibe they're going for. So it's like watching a play in movie form.
Yeah,
like
honestly,
a serious it's dramatic like a play.
It is.
It's exaggerated like oh my god, everything is played up.
Yeah, and that's not just the scenes that actually take place like within the play. Even scenes outside of that do kind of feel like that sometimes. It is a little odd, but it's not anything that takes you out of the movie.
The whole movie is like that. Even the way they shoot But back in days, they never really did too much close-ups back and forth. They kind of try to catch everything in one frame.
Yeah.
A lot of it's played up to the side, so it kind of mirrors being on a stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It does at points. Really, there's still plenty of shots that you couldn't achieve on a stage in this movie.
Oh, for sure. I'm not saying every single frame, but it's definitely prevalent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's definitely a lot of shots like that, especially during the play scenes. Like, the red shoes is, like, biggest, most memorable scene of the plays shown in this movie, which is fitting because it's the title scene. So
yeah, and because that way that happened is pretty much just okay. So this foreshadows, you know, what I mean, like the two men resembles the two, you know, creatures in the red shoes.
Yeah, the two men in red shoes are the two men in real life.
Yep, that are kind of pulling her in different directions.
Yeah,
she has to make these impossible decisions, which is, hey, am I gonna choose true love? Or am I gonna choose my black swan, my passion, my whiplash, my dreams, my magazine dreams, everything I need? You know what I mean? Like that, I think I want to be the perfect, to be the best. You know?
Yeah.
And it just made her do something way too dramatic. I felt.
I agree.
Just kill us up. I thought that was too much. I thought it was a rush.
Yeah.
Just ran back to your man and call it a day instead of doing this extra shit. But then also I get it too. You know what I mean? Like. It says it is an impossible situation, and she just was very overwhelmed with stress. I
empathize with that, but with that being said, like I think the movie would have been better if she kind of calls both of them out for putting a lot of excess pressure on her.
I agree. I felt
she just leaves them both.
But I guess it's back in the days women didn't really do all that shit.
Yeah, this is 1948.
Like, if we did a modern
times are different.
Like this movie actually could be due for a nice modern interpretation. Because there's going to be a lot to say about things in this movie that can be relevant to issues in this day and age.
Yeah, because here in a movie of this time, a woman will just be like in this position where she's between two men and she can't make a choice for herself, and that's just expected. Yeah. Like the thought of her walking away from both of them wouldn't have even come to their minds. It's either you go one or go the other. You pick an ultimatum. Yeah. But in a modern interpretation, there's the possibility of her herself issuing the ultimatum and just like shutting both of them down.
Yeah, because to me, I felt Lermontov was such a dick. I mean, really, dude, you couldn't just let him stay. It's so unprofessional.
He's so like needy and petty.
Petty beyond belief. I'm like, it's petty to a disgusting point.
Yeah,
because you're causing all this turmoil because you just can't. The ego just can't get the fact that she fell in love with this dude.
He's self-absorbed, passive-aggressive, such a whiny little rat.
Bitch. That's why. Ugh. That's why you never get the girl. Acting like that. Ugh. That's just a turn off. He's really funny though in a lot of the parts.
Yeah, honestly, this movie
very funny with his facial expressions.
This movie has a pretty solid sense of humor. It's not like a comedy, but it gets you some laughs.
It got quite a few laughs, especially in the beginning. I thought everyone played a part, like the one that's like the instructor.
Yes,
like he played his part, and he stepped up for her and him when time came.
Yeah,
because it was not cool his decision at all. That was a decision that he made in his own jealous fit.
Yeah, which is right, because like if I were him, I understand why he'd be pissed, because he spent all this time doing all this stuff, learning all this shit, rehearsing everything. Exactly. You're like, nope, throw it out. We're doing a completely new script.
And you're taking out people that's key to this fucking thing working.
Yeah, where everyone says, hey, this guy is great. He makes fantastic music that elevates our performances.
And also, we're already used to him doing this, and we already learned how to vibe with each other. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, in doing all that work, you're going to either introduce someone new we have to relearn, we're going to have to resync, or we're just going to scrap it, stuff that we already spent so long working on. You're just undoing much of work because you're in your feelings. Like, the level of entitlement Lermontov has is crazy to me.
Yes.
At least with the other guy, with the composer, I get why he tried to give it ultimatum, because he just like
he
sick
feels
of being
betrayed.
Played. He feels betrayed, and he's sick of being played by these guys, by these money bags. You know what I'm saying? So, so like I can sympathize with him more, even though he could have sucked it up and is a harak.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like he didn't react great either, but he is the more understandable, reasonable position by comparison.
By far,
absolutely.
But the thing is, Lermontov is so ridiculous. It's like this could have been solved so easily.
Yeah. But you know how rich people are. Rich people are petty and insecure.
I get it, but it's so ridiculous to watch that it almost affects the story. Because it's like, really, dude, all this for that? Crazy. Crazy. But enjoy the film nonetheless. I don't think it's like the greatest film in the world, like what Paul was saying, but this movie is...
It is good.
A pretty damn solid movie for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, this isn't... I'm not here to trash on this movie because it's not really worth trashing. It's just a solid, good movie.
Yep.
Yeah, so I can highly recommend it to anybody who really wants like a musical they haven't seen before. Maybe they want to watch a classic. Maybe they just want something different. This movie can fit any of those roles. It's really solid. And I think for me personally, I'm going to give it like an 86. I think
Sure.
it's a really good movie.
I think I'm giving this movie like a 91. I think it's pretty solid. And as I said, one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life. So great experience.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree watching it in theaters even better. Hence,
Oh, definitely.
in a remastered vision, you know what I'm saying? In like a big screen and audio, it hits.
Yeah. We're in this like cramped little theater. It really felt like we were in 1948.
Yeah.
Anyway,
very good experience. Very high recommend.
yeah.
Watch The Red Shoes.
Yeah, honestly, first of all, yes, watch The Red Shoes. Second of all, absolutely go to your local movie theater and watch vintage movies on them. Because a lot of theaters do that. They'll have, like, vintage theater showings, and it'll be a good vibe, honestly.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it helps movie theaters make some more money without...
Exactly.
without overpaying on snacks and shit. Anyways, that's all for us here tonight, folks. Please make sure you leave that like, subscribe. Let us know, what do you think of The Red Shoes if you've seen it? If you haven't, then just stop right now and we'll watch it. All right. We'll catch you next time, folks.
Later, guys.